On July 21st, 2024, President Joe Biden withdrew from his candidacy for the 2024 presidential elections. This came following a heavily criticized debate between himself and former President Donald Trump, for which Biden was widely criticized for frequently losing his train of thought, meandering answers, and overall appearing to be too old to reliably be president of the country. However, it is the understanding of the Dice Will Roll crew that the reason that President Joe Biden dropped out from the race was not in fact because of his debate, but because of the sick fucking burns we gave him during our hard question this episode, which was recorded mere days before he dropped out. We include this message and the hard question as presented to give context for what life was like during the window between his defeat at the debate and his replacement on the Democratic ticket. A period of extreme frustration with an old man who clearly wouldn't fucking step down because of his pride, and also because of how much he loves genocide. We hope this context will make the joke even 10 times funnier for listeners listening in the future. And also so that if you don't know who Joe Biden is because you're listening in 20 million, you know how much that old man smells like dog feet. And welcome to Dice to Roll, the Queerest Pathfinder Podcast on the planet, where we say hard questions like, who on Galarian are you voting for?
Oh.
It's election year.
Winsel Starborn.
Okay, Obama voter.
No, you know what? I'm actually voting for Last Wall's, most eligible bachelor.
That's such a good way of putting the guy who failed his country.
He didn't fail his country.
Okay, we'll get into that. It's election year. And as we all know, in the present year that you are listening to right now, it is election year. And as we know, politics. We've got two people running for president, and no one is happy about it. So we have decided to open up a portal to the fantasy world of Galarian, where we, instead of having to deal with a violent, hateful bag of bones, we're going to go to the Whispering Tyrant for presidential stuff. So I want to ask you guys, who are you voting for?
Well,
from the magical world of Galarian?
I am voting for Rexus Victicora.
I think, like, Pathfinder's first, one of the best, at least, trans men from Pathfinder canon.
And
he's gay.
He is gay.
And he's disabled. We often forget about that, but he does, like, he is disabled. Like, he needs a cane to walk.
Mm-hmm.
And he tried to assassinate an illegitimate tyrannical fascist. So you know what? That gets points too.
Rexus is my candidate.
In the long run, he did help win the Revolutionary War, yes. Let's see Hell's Rebels for further details.
Love you, Rexus.
Love you, Rexus. I am voting for the Whispering Tyrant, and I know you guys are going to be like, but he drops bombs and he's evil. I'm like, well, if it comes down to him and Geb, he is the lesser of the two evils. So
now,
I am
why
going
is
to be
Geb? Why is Geb here? And
well, he's a
why
very
is the Whispering
charismatic
Tyrant?
man. Like, love him or hate him, I understand how he's gotten the people, whipped up, right?
Are you role playing as a liberal right now?
God, I love when other people suffer, but I don't.
Oh my god.
Okay. Dave, you're voting for, was it Watcher Lord Alton, the former leader of Lastwall, who allowed his country to fall? I will remind you.
I really don't think that there was any way for that to not happen.
He didn't have a contingency to his fucking country of knights and horses being nuked.
The country got nuked, brother. What the hell do you think?
He should have had a contingency plan. He should have seen us coming, honestly.
You don't even know how sexy he is.
He could have hired wizards with divination magic.
Shut the fuck up.
Can you imagine what they would have said? Like, hey, Watcher Lord, listen, man.
You're not gonna like this one.
No, Terry, isn't there a whole thing where, like, prophecies and divination doesn't work perfectly anyways anymore because of a particular god that you know specifically?
God, back when Arden was in politics, that was the golden age of politics.
You are crazy!
But he made Absolom!
Yeah, he sure did.
Like, listen, he benefited me and hurt some people I don't care about, so it's fine.
Oh my fucking god.
Who
God,
are
I love the
you?
economy. Luna, who are you voting for?
I'm siding with Ritz on this one, I think.
Yeah.
I like Rexus.
Rexus is... See, that's the problem with you socialists. He's just not electable.
He's a
Hey, can you kill yourself?
sexy, disabled gay trans man. How is this not electable? He's not only is he electable, he's delectable. So
Shut the fuck up.
That's a good line.
That's what, like, you know what? That's pretty good, actually.
Have you changed your
All
mind? You're
I'm-
voting for Rexus now?
It's tempting, but I've got to go with Tarbafon.
No,
know?
you don't.
You are. Why
You
would
don't
you do
have
this?
to go with Harvard.
I
have
gotta,
to.
guys.
Why are we putting the Lich in charge?
We've just gotta. He proved himself very electable.
He buries dogs.
We should have listened to the fucking Joe Biden memes when they were first happening. We should have known.
girl.
Oh my god. Oh man,
Slay.
this episode's gonna become really unfunny in about 6 months. Anyway,
It'll become
I
really
can't wait for
funny
that to happen.
every 4 years. So
Yeah,
don't
well-
worry.
If you're listening to this in 2028, come fucking kill me, please.
God bless.
2028, you know who I'm voting for in 2028? It's gotta be
Fuck it.
Sanku, Witch
Yeah.
President of the Sea.
No, fuck it. If you're listening to this in goddamn November.
Yeah. We send you our condolences.
I'm about to dox myself right now so you can kill me.
Here's my
No.
full address. Come get me.
Bruh.
Okay. Would we like to play some Pathfinder?
Please.
Maybe.
Take us away from reality.
Take us away to the fantasy world where nothing goes wrong and churches get burned down. When we last left our adventurers in the Abomination vaults, Ulrich, Silk, and Fiore arrived in the metropolis of Absolom, the city at the center of the world. After some exploring, some divine tourism, some prayer, and some shopping, with which they were able to access Wolfsbane to keep Jarl Mesmin from ever transforming back into a werewolf, our heroes made their way to the College of Mysteries. Ulrich had a brief encounter with one Jarek Riverspell, a halfling who seems to be very well acquainted with his ex-boyfriend, Silk Witchhelm. Once you entered the College of Mysteries, you encountered Silk's parents, Hilariel and Ellerk Witchhelm, two high-ranking teachers in the school. They were willing to give Silk the relic which he sought, the Threshold of Truth, the spellbook of Zarmavdian. However, in return, they told him that he would be returning to the College of Mysteries in the near future. With this on their minds, our heroes returned to the town of Otari, only to uncover that something had gone very wrong. Plumes of smoke ascended from the Dawnflower Temple, and as they ran closer to find out what had caused the fire, they stumbled upon a murdered corpse. So fellas, that sucks.
Yeah, murder does suck.
Yeah, that's right. Unfortunate, isn't it?
I think we can do better as a society, frankly.
Can we?
No.
Encouraging.
Ulrich and Silk, the two of you stand by a bush on Undergrave Street, a tin back alley nestled between some of the houses of Otari and the cliff upon which the Otari graveyard sits. Fiore Sunchaser has dashed forward, ignoring everything except his home, the Dawnflower Church, from which the smoke spirals out of. But the two of you, in your pursuit of him across town, stumble to a stop when you see something poking out from a bush nearby. As you're catching your breath, you see a pair of boots, seemingly still attached to a body. The fire that seems to have caught in the Dawnflower Temple blazes, and Fiore has rushed ahead to go see his parents, but the two of you are here, caught between arson and murder. What do you do?
I think that the second he sees, like, those feet poking out of the bush, I think that Silk definitely understands what's happening, and he looks at Ulrich extremely upset.
Ulrich looks back and looks at the boots, and I think quickly decides to go investigate to see who that is.
Ulrich, you carefully pull this body out from the bush. And you are maybe surprised to see the dark greens and gold and the dented armor of the Otari garrison. And when you pull out a little further, you see the neck of this man has been slashed. The blood is still fresh. And then when you pull a little further, you see the face. And your heart sinks when you see the glossed over eyes of Budrick Wallermeyer.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That's the "Hi guys" guard that was very nice to you. The guy who was in the graveyard on the night of the Gauntlet's beam. Well, he is now turned into "Bye guys."
Why would you say that?
Shut.
And now it is your goal to find out why, guys.
You want to die.
My god.
I want to see Budrick again, yeah.
Take me
what
with
the fuck
him.
do you two do?
Why
Because
visit me instead?
this is someone that, like, he was nice. He was a good guy.
This is a member of the town that is valued and that has shown us kindness. Oh, God. Silk is taken aback. I think that he's got his hand over his mouth, and he's a bit pale, and he says, "I'm not sure who would do this, but we need to. Maybe we can find more information where Fiore's going. Whoever did this can't be far from here, right?"
The blood's still fresh. It could be a blood trail or something. But this could lead to the church. Ulrich is not taking this very well. I think he stands up from where he's kneeling beside Wallermeyer's body and takes Silk's hand very gently, even though he's freaked out himself. We can get more answers, we can solve this, but let's go to Fiore first.
Silk kind of looks down at both their hands, and he's very worried, but he looks up at Ulrich, and they kind of meet eyes, and he tries to smile, and he nods. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you guys approach Fiore, and Fiore, you have already gone here.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Dawnflower Temple, not great, as I'm sure you can imagine. Thankfully, it looks like the fire hasn't burned to place to the ground or something. At a glance, you would imagine that this place is... this fire was maybe localized, right? Like, most of the temple looks fine. And as you are approaching now, you can see that there are several druids from the Stone Ring Pond who seem to be casting, like, spells to bring seawater from the nearby beach and splash it into the rightmost building, which you know is the library.
Mm-hmm.
Vandy and Rumina are outside. They're sitting near the main entrance. Both of them sitting. Well, Rumina's sitting. Vandy seems to be really, like, fussing over her. Specifically the back of her head. What do you do, Fiore?
I think Fiore, like, rushes up to both of his parents. He rushes up to both of them and he's like, Mom, are you okay? He's like, he's already, like, his hand looks like it's, like, glowing, like he's ready to use lay on hands if somebody's hurt.
Vandy looks up at you, Fiore, and you see an expression. You see a look in her eyes that you have not seen for maybe, like, 8 years. Because it has been that long, maybe when you were, like, 16, when a certain incident happened, that she has worn this expression. And it is absolute and barely contained fury. She is burning hotter than the sun on the equinox, right? And Rumina, who's kind of, like, rubbing the back of her head, and she looks up and says, of course you'd show up now of all times, kiddo.
But what happened? I'm
How
sorry.
was Absolom?
It was fine. What happened?
Vandy clenches her fist and says, I should never have trusted her. Letting her come into this town and making it worse. Who does she think she is? It's Yanya's Mara.
What?
Her Thieves Guild.
Why would they do that? Why would they do this?
Well, I don't know. But they left a little calling card, she says, and she pulls out a magpie feather.
But why would they do that? This is more than she's ever done. And she's been here for a long time now.
Because she's completely fallen from grace, Fiore. Because she's an evil person. Some people just are.
But what motive would she have? That doesn't. People don't do stuff like this for no reason.
Rumina, still rubbing the back of her head, says, I don't know what made her do it, but it is the work of a Thieves Guild, I can say that much. Kiddo, they took the sword.
That is convenient timing.
I think they were waiting until you were out of town, maybe.
Who have we told?
Vandy's pacing furiously, says, well, it doesn't matter who you told, because she would know that where the sword was, because she used to be. Sarenrae forgives.
Hey.
Sarenrae forgives. But she burns very hot when she's mad.
Hey, Mama, I can handle it. We need to get the sword back anyways.
Shh.
But Mom, are you hurt? You've been...
She assaulted Rumina.
What?
Rumina says, well, I was with the sword.
Oh.
Polishing it because I was getting nervous. And then someone hit me over the back of the head.
Oh my god. Are you still hurt? I can heal you.
I've already expended all my heal slots. And she's like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like, the wound is gone completely. She says, well, heal doesn't heal everything, all right? So maybe we should be taking you to Crow's Gimmicks afterwards and getting... I'm fine. We're okay. And Vandy's still pacing, says, she's sent her little goons here, and they hit Rumina, and then they started a fire in the library.
What the...
And they used that as cover to take the Rosa Aurea. And now she's going to pawn it off to some collector in Absolom and leave the town with the thousands that she's earned.
Not if we stop her.
Yes.
How long ago did this happen?
Oh, about an hour ago it all started.
She certainly hasn't left from the main road. I feel like we would have seen her.
No, that's because she wouldn't leave through the main road. She's a thief, a scoundrel. She would have gone through some hidden tunnel under... I don't know. I should be going over there. I'm going to get ready to go. I'm going to talk to her. And Vandy starts storming off.
She's gonna talk to her. She grabs her fucking knife.
Yeah, no, you can see she's like... She is usually a cloistered cleric. She is packing a fucking scimitar this time.
Oh, Fiore looks at Rumina and he's like, "Are you sure you're okay, Mom?"
I mean, I'm fine. She did use magic. I'm worried about the Rosa Aurea.
I'll get it back.
And I'm worried about what your mother is going to do.
I'm here. I'm not gonna let her go alone.
Do you know about the Pit of Gormas, Fiore?
The what?
The Pit of Gormas.
No.
Well, far from here, in the days bygone, when Seren Ray sealed Rovagug at the center of the planet along with the other gods, her final blow is what defeated him. And it was with a scimitar slash that cleft open the earth. Now, the pit that was left behind was evil. Rovagug's sin crawled from it. But several followers of Seren Ray came there and set up a church. Seren Ray knew that this place was evil. It was being... these people were being inflicted with demons and Clipot blood, and they were slowly being corrupted into monsters. She showed them several miracles, trying to make them leave, but they just took it as sign that she vindicated their increasingly monstrous acts, that their human sacrifice and their cannibalism was sanctioned by Seren Ray.
Oh.
So in the end, the goddess of forgiveness manifested and slew them in one single fire strike.
Oh.
I feel that will be looked upon as a mercy when your mother is done with her job.
Oh boy. Okay. Well.
By now, there's like a lot of people. First off, villagers who are like, I think there's a good few guards, because as you'll remember, the guards are also the fire department, and they are helping the druids put out the fire. Clerics are doing okay. Thankfully, aside from Rumina, no one looks hurt.
Well,
Basically, by now the fire seems to be under control. It's mostly like the aftershock. You arrived just at the end of it. Ulrich and Silk, I think by now you catch up with Fiore.
yeah.
How to make his day worse.
Yeah, these they look shaken. They're not looking good, are they?
It's not great.
It's not great. They do arrive hand in hand, and they look like they're gonna tell you some really fucking bad news.
And maybe also throw up.
Yeah, definitely throw up.
Fiore is also looking kind of bad. He looks at them and he's like, sorry. What? Did something happen?
Yes.
You could say that.
The Rosa Aurea was stolen.
Don't worry about it. You're... wait, what?
Huh?
My parents think it was Yanya's Mara, but it was, at the very least, a thieves' guild, to my knowledge. We're gonna have to go after that soon.
That's fantastic. That's definitely a lead for what we found, I guess.
What did you find?
Olamai is dead.
What?
Outside on the street, in a bush, someone slit his throat.
What?
It was done recently. The blood was still fresh.
Then Then I think it was from the same incident.
That's what we were thinking too.
Maybe they were caught? Either on the way there or from...
Or preventing anyone from stopping them.
We need to get to the Thieves Guild as fast as possible.
Okay.
Do you guys, are you guys intending on chasing up with the Thieves Guild immediately?
I think Fiore is kind of nervous about not taking his mother, who...
Oh, you want to take Vandy?
The thing is, I don't think that he particularly wants to, but I'm pretty sure that she's gonna go whether or not, and he'd rather not find out that his mother has become a murderer.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So I think that he, before they leave, is like, hold on, my mama's coming. I told you.
Oh, God.
So I kind of want to stop her from murdering her.
It's fair. It's fair.
Yes.
And I also think that if I don't take her for this, that she'd be mad. Or at least upset. Give me a second to get her. I'm sorry.
No, that's fair. I
Of course,
also
take
don't
your
want to invoke the ire of a cleric.
No, she's really scary when she's angry. She's never gotten angry at me, but she's pretty scary when she's angry.
Do you want to tell anyone about Budrick, or are you just going to rush?
I think that they should. Somebody should probably tell the sheriff, even though we hate.
I mean, there's guards everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Like Fury can if nobody
Definitely.
else wants to, but
Silk and Lark are standing
Yeah.
here. They could do it.
Okay. I mean, you alert them, and the guards are like, "Oh fuck, okay."
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck is right.
So the guard activity you see here is maybe 5 or 6 guards. They have to get more people from around town, keep people patrolling. The moment you say that, you fucking hear bells ringing and people are rushing here. Because this just went from, oh shit, Arson attacked you. Oh shit, murder of a guard.
Yeah.
Regardless, Vandy storms out. She has a scimitar. She has her holy symbol. She is genuinely more pissed than you've ever seen her, right? And she is almost storming past you. I think you have to stop her and tell her, "Hey, we're coming with you." And she's like, "Fine, sure, whatever, let's go."
he's like, oh boy.
And you guys make your way towards the Crook's Nook.
I feel like on the way, I feel like Silk brings something up maybe, and he says,
There's no way that this isn't tied to the vaults, right?
That's what I've been thinking.
It's got to be.
That's why I'm concerned. Because why else would it happen now? It could have happened any time. Any time before you guys have shown up. The Rosa Aria has been here for a long time.
With Volok gone, though, I'm concerned as to who tasked anyone with this. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, the more answers we get now, the more we can narrow it down.
Of course.
This is our lead to finding out later.
Are you tree coming? Vandy's maybe 10 feet ahead, tapping her foot impatiently. She wants to rip Nizmera a new one.
Fiore's like, I'm sorry. We're trying to make sure. Also, we do want to try and question a little bit because it's important that we find the Rosa Aria.
don't kill her right away.
Yes, of course. Let's just...
I would prefer if not all, but...
I mean, I don't have any spell slots left, so... You're lucky in that regard.
You've got an arm on you.
Don't say that.
She grips the scimitar a little tighter and says, "So I do. And you know what? I know some cantrips, so let's go."
Yes, ma'am.
You guys rush through Sandy Street up to the Crook's Nook on Wisp Street. And you push the doors open.
God, I hope my weed dealer's okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Whatever would we do, man?
Well,
Someone
when you
kill
push in, there are obviously a couple of suspicious-looking faces. For example, you see Mischief, the Cambion street druid, and Orna, your dealer. And as you enter, Mischief and Orna get up, and Mischief is like, "Hey, hi, what's going on? Why have you come?" I'm not good at this one. I'm trying, but I usually Suko does this bit, and Orna's like, "Oh, how you doing now, Silk?
Lovely to see you.
Sure, you're looking well.
Oh,
What's
you
all this about fire?
Who would know?
Okay.
That's mad, isn't it?
Okay.
Arden's pants
There was a fire at the temple.
Vanny pushes past you, Sue.
And
And Mistress like, "You can't just..."
please don't stop her. Please don't stop her.
She's going behind the bar.
Oh,
It's not.
Good.
It's not for her sake. She'll hurt you. Please.
She's
don't.
opening the door into the back room.
Okay, actually,
let's
go.
He's like, actually, bye.
You actually have to go now.
They're all run walking after her.
He's like, Mama, please don't kill her.
And you guys kind of push into the back, and there's Vandy, and there at the back is Yanya's Mera. And Yanya's Mera looks surprised, and she's like, "Oh. Well, hello, sister. You seem to be..." And then Vandy, cuts across her and is like, "You lost the right to call me sister when you abandoned the Church of Serenray, you two-faced dog!" And Yanya's Mera goes a little quiet and says, "I'm going to assume you're blaming me for the fire, Dan. That's not exactly a surprise, is it? It's why I didn't come out to help, because I knew you would start throwing accusations, because you were so quick to judge. Don't you fucking lecture me, Yan! Where the fuck is the sword?" "The what?" "I'm sorry, I think my intel might actually be a little behind on this one. You were always so interested in relics, more interested in the relics than the actual religion it belonged to. Don't play fucking games with me, Yan." Yanya's Mera looks at you guys like, I don't know. I actually don't know."
Somebody broke into the temple, hit Mom in the back of the head, stole the Rosaria, and started a fire.
"Is Romina alright?"
And they left a calling. She's okay. She's fine.
Okay.
But they left a calling card.
And with a flourish, Vandy takes out the black feather, and she says, "Isn't that one of the little games your people play? Leaving the little calling cards? That Tengu fellow, Hikori's brother. Do you want to explain this?" Or Yan kind of looks at you guys and says, "In full honesty, I don't know. I haven't seen Suko since yesterday."
Has he been different lately?
"No, he's the same as ever. He is an arrogant, but good-spirited," and she pauses for a second, "artist, we'll say." Vandy looks like she's on the urge of, I swear to God, if I had my Gwimbly gun right now, you know what I mean? She looks like she's about to fucking lunge over the table and throttle Yan. But Yanya's Mera, for what it's worth, genuinely looks concerned. Obviously, she's a fucking lying monster sometimes. She's good at what she does, but she does seem taken aback.
So you don't know where he is?
No, I'm afraid I mean, maybe he just didn't come in. It's not like he reports in for a salary.
Well, yeah.
When I commission him, I will call for him, but he is not obliged to come to my venue. He's a friend.
I'm worried about him.
We really need any information you can give.
I'm afraid I have very little to give you. That's typical. Vendy's like vibrating over her skin.
Do you know anybody else who knows him in town that we might be able to talk to? Anything you have. Anybody who might have seen him last.
I might know someone, actually.
You do?
Do you?
I go to his shop a lot. It's his brother.
Then we should go there.
Vandy squints and says, "You three go ahead. I'm going to stay here and make sure she doesn't go anywhere." And she turns and points her scimitar at Yan Yzmara and says, "And just so you know, I have all my spell slots fully loaded. You must miss how that feels, right? It's been a while since you've had any." And Yan puts up her hands and says, "Whoa, okay."
Okay.
Oh god.
For what it's worth, Fiora, you feel sunburn on your mama's behalf.
He's like, okay, well, we're gonna go try and figure out if we can find him or where he was last. I'll see you later.
She nods, and Yan says, "I do hope you figure everything out. This is a most troubling situation, I'm sure you'll find."
Yeah.
So, you guys leave. What's the plan?
Fiora leaves the building. He's like, I don't even want to be there for the rest of that conversation.
That shop. Can you lead us there?
Yeah, just, if he comes at you with a needle, try your very best to probably say no.
What?
Does he do that to you?
What?
He treats Ulrich like a guinea pig.
He gave me.
It's like, are you?
He gave me.
Ulrich, you're not letting him do weird things to you, are you?
No, he gave me a vaccine.
Oh, what?
What is that?
It's supposed to prevent diseases from happening. This one's a.
Does it work?
Are they always a surprise?
Well, he told me that the one that I got was not one that he recognized. It just.
Is he just getting that's scary.
He gave you something he didn't know. Okay.
We should go find him. This is freaking me out.
Just be careful if he asks you about vaccines. Just be careful. Because
Okay.
the one that he gave me kind of messed me up for the dungeon.
I'm going to stand 10 feet away.
You guys make your way towards Crow's Kinnick's, and you creak open a door, and there inside is indeed Hikori, the plague Dr. Tengu. And he looks up and says, "Ah! Well, my companions, how's everything going? Nasty business, that fire over there,
Yes.
Yes, quite nasty. Have you seen your brother around?
Now, before you say anything else,
Okay.
I must inform you of today's deals.
Today's deals can wait.
Oh no, you'll be. These are at a steal. I am selling all my poisons
No,
for
this is very
50%.
serious.
I sell belladonna for 2 gold instead of 5. I sell black smear poison for 2 gold.
Your brother might have killed someone. Can we
What?
please talk about
I'm
that?
selling Luther's Lethargy for 3 gold.
Sir.
Put anyone to sleep with a single smear.
Sir, please.
Yes.
If I promise to come back for your poisons later when I actually have the funds, can we talk about your brother?
Ah! Well, you should have led with that. I love my brother Suko. He is such a charitable man.
Charitable, yes. Have you seen him at all?
Yesterday, yes, I went out for dinner with him. He paid for the whole thing.
Oh my god.
How?
with gold. It was two sandwiches.
Where did he get that gold?
From his job as, I assume, a charitable actor.
Yes. Ulrich looks at Fiora with tired eyes.
It was 2 sandwiches, I recall, from the Otari fishery. They were smoked salmon sandwiches. It was most delicious on rye bread, which is kind of cheap, but it's alright.
Did he say anything about the job that he was doing?
No, he actually refuses to talk to me about work at all times. I believe it's because he has what they call in the business a non-disclosing argument.
I see.
That's not what it's called. Do you know where he is right now?
I would assume he's at the Crook's Nook.
He's not there.
Does he
Then
have a
he might
home?
be out acting in the town square.
Does he have a home or anything?
Oh yes, he lives on Rat Alley, not too far from the Farmers Guild.
Ulrich perks up.
Thank you. Do you know his what the house looks like?
Yes, let me write the address down. It's not a particularly big house. Bless him, he doesn't make much money from the charity work he does. But he makes all those orphans so happy.
I'm sure he does.
Thank you.
There we go. It is 29 Rat Alley, and it's the house with the red roof. Yes, there we go.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're gonna go see if we can find him.
All right, well, best of luck, adventurers.
Thank
And
you.
remember, come back, because Luther's lethargy, the poison known as Luther's lethargy, ensures no thieves are strong enough to walk without pilfered,
Okay, yes,
with their
thank you.
pilfered
That's big.
treasures.
Ulrich, but
All
he's-
right, well, goodbye.
Ulrich is in the middle of walking as he's going through that entire spiel. He is out the door. Once he heard Farmers Guild, he was like, my parents.
Fiora's like, bye. he's being nice.
Okay.
I can't believe you do business with that man.
Sometimes you just know when to say yes.
And that's how you get free vaccines. This is exactly what the right things happens. Anyway. You find the house on Rat Alley. It isn't particularly great looking. It's a little... I mean, there's not a lot of TV work in Otari, you know. Mostly it's like just robbing people on the road, but you know how it is. Maybe a bit of smuggling here and there. That's what you assume Suka mostly does, but
Yeah.
whatever. Point is, there's the house. What do you guys do?
Does it look like he's home?
How do you look? He sort of tries to look through a window.
Curtains are all drawn. Sorry, bud.
Let's knock on the door.
You could send Borbo in.
Borbo
Oh.
pops on your shoulder.
I
Well, we
could
need-
scout. I'm good at scouting.
Well, the house is currently closed.
Have you tried the door?
That's what we're gonna do.
I'm about to.
Okay, but then maybe you send me in. I could be helpful.
You are helpful just by being here.
Oh. Okay. Okay, but remember, Borbo is so helpful and useful. You can make me do any task.
You can do any task.
Borbo, can you think about what a good day would be for you on a date? Like if we took a break.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will do this imagination.
Thank you. Okay. And he goes to knock on the door.
No movement, no sound from within.
Tsuko?
No movement, no sound within.
Are you home?
No movement, no sound within.
If you don't open the door, I am going to break it down. I will fix it afterwards. I will pay for it afterwards. But I am going to break it down.
No movement, no sound within.
Fiore calls to the others. He's like, guys, I'm gonna knock down the door. He's not answering and I don't want to risk this any longer.
Don't get splinters.
I've done this before. And I think he bashes it down with his shoulder, and also the Like it's like he's sort of held the shield up with his shoulder for more.
Okay, make an athletics check.
I'm really bad at those.
Golly.
Golly, just a plus 12. 31.
31. That is a crit success of a crit success. Fiore, the door flies open. It was unlocked. You stumble in a few feet. Like, it doesn't even break. It's just like you shoved the door open really hard, basically.
Fiore just, he, like, moves, he stumbles a few steps, and he looks around pretty immediately.
Not a great house. A little untidy. Shit on the floor.
Fiore doesn't care.
Not like a crime scene untidy, but like, you know,
So,
take care of your house, man.
there's
Untidy.
just somebody who has a messy home.
Yeah.
He looks, I think he calls to the others to come in. He's like, there's nobody in here, but we might be able to find a lead. And then, without waiting for them to come in, he's already going to start looking around for any sort of lead to find out where Suko went.
They come
Desks, looking for letters, papers, stuff like that.
Okay, Ulrich and Silk, you guys make your way inside. Would you all like to roll me a perception check?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys find him. He's in bed.
Oh.
Should we wake him?
Probably. Why don't you guys back away so it doesn't look like he's surrounded by people?
Okay.
Okay.
Fiore reaches out and pokes his shoulder and is like, excuse me? Suko?
Shake him.
Suko, we need to talk to you.
Shake him. Shake him hard.
He gingerly shakes him.
Slap him.
I'm not gonna slap him!
He's not waking
Suko,
up.
please wake up!
Kill him.
Okay,
Now
No,
I
not that
think
one. No, 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 no,
now's
no,
your
no.
chance.
we don't need to do that.
But he's thief. He stole the Rosalia.
You don't need to... You don't need to kill people just because they stole something.
Don't quite know that yet.
Suko! Can you guys look for the weapon while I'm trying to wake this guy up? This is pissing me off.
Can I actually... Can I fucking press digitation on a fucking alarm clock?
Wait. Alarm?
Negligible
clock
bulk made of congealed
invented
magic substance.
When? 1787! Alarm clocks
Yes.
existed! Okay.
There's this-
You can make me an alarm
There's
clock!
a steampunk country.
Holy shit! The first alarm clock was invented in 1787, but it could only ring at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Why?
What the fuck, Levi Hutchins? What is your problem?
Why?
What is your issue? Yeah, you're able to do this. And he goes, what are you doing in my house?
I'm so sorry.
Fools that you are!
Okay.
You don't have a warrant, I think.
We're not
Well,
cops.
okay. I'm sorry. I was kind of worried for your safety.
What fucking time is it? Oh my god, is it dark out?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Suko. Have you taken any weird jobs lately?
No?
I don't like.
Is there a is this why you broke into my house? You're worried that his face goes serious. I haven't done any weird jobs ever, actually.
Suko, we need to be very
I
serious for a
don't-
moment. There's been an arson and a murder.
What the fuck?
Okay. Obviously, you were asleep, but somebody broke into
But
the
I'm
Dawn.
such a light sleeper.
You are really not.
That's a lot.
The Dawnflower.
I am!
The
It's one of my
Dawnflower.
defining characteristics.
It's really not. The Dawnflower Temple was broken into, and The Rosa Aurea was stolen, and a fire was started, and a guard was murdered,
Oh shit.
and they left your calling card.
What the fuck? What do you mean my calling card?
The calling card that you use. I don't.
Yeah, my feather. How? But I only have...
Yes.
He starts looking around at his feathers. Then he checks and goes, oh shit! Oh my god! Oh, Gorba's
spoken
tits.
to anyone? Did you lock your door before falling asleep?
I always lock my door. Do you think I'm an idiot?
Your door was open.
Your door
What?
was unlocked.
It's definitely open.
What?
Your door was unlocked. I was gonna bash it in because I assumed, and I was worried that you might
gonna
be
break
dead
it?
or hurt or well, I said I was gonna pay for it, and I would have if it broke. I promise. I would have.
Okay.
But when I went to push it down, it just opened, which didn't seem normal, considering your profession. I feel like you would know better than to do that.
And I think he's about to say something when there's a loud knock, knock, knock downstairs.
What is that?
And he says, it's someone at the door, maybe? And you hear a loud voice. Suko the Magpie, you are under arrest.
Oh.
Come outside with your hands up.
Great, we're in this house.
God's have mercy.
But I didn't do anything, you guys.
So, I think I believe you, but I need you to tell me as much as you can before he comes in here.
I really don't
Has
know.
anyone strange talked to you recently? Somebody that you don't know from town that isn't in the Thieves Guild, or even who's been acting weird recently? Anybody,
Works in
anything.
the Thieves Guild, but they're just kind of strange all the time. Come outside with your hands up, or we will be forced to enter with probable cause.
Do you?
I don't. Nothing. The weird stuff is me waking up in the evening with this.
I'm sorry. I'm really
My
sorry.
feather! Someone plucked my feather! On the count
We're
of
gonna
three.
get to the bottom of it.
1, 2.
Seriously,
dang
nobody.
Nobody! Stomp, stomp, stomp up the stairs.
Fury is standing very naturally.
2 guards come in, and they look confused because they're like, oh shit. And
Oh, hi.
then in comes Captain Longsaddle, and he sees you three here and says, well, I shouldn't be so lucky, should I?
I think I'm well at my rights to be doing this.
Perhaps, but I'm afraid, boy, it is out of your hands now. Suko the Magpie, you are under arrest for arson, thievery, and the murder of Officer Budrick Wellemeyer. And Suko's like, I was asleep! A likely story! Come here! And, the 2 guards put him in manacles and start dragging him away. And
He fully was asleep. Wait.
Well, then you can say that as witnesses at the trial. And I think
Did you see anything else suspicious?
Me? Well, I'm not bloody well going to tell you, am I? This has officially become guard business, not dungeon business. Thank you very much.
The Rosa Aurea has stolen, and I am trying to find it.
You can leave that to the guards, boy. We're very invested in this trial.
Oh my god. Whatever. And I think he's looking around a little more, but if/when he doesn't find anything else, he's just leaving. He does not want to be in this conversation anymore.
Yeah, you guys can make one final perception check as you're being stomped outside.
Fury is leaving himself.
Oh shit, Silk. As you're walking outside, you spot a glint of something in the bush outside the house.
Oh?
A little glass bottle.
He grabs it.
It's a poison, which reads on the label, Looter's Lethargy.
We need to go back to the store right now.
What?
Come on.
What did you find?
Come on.
Wait. Like... Okay, like... Is that poison?
Silk just nods. I don't want anyone else to hear.
Let's go back. It's fine. I don't really care what the captain has to say.
Yeah, Longshell is well gone. He is marching back to the Otari garrison.
This is the poison he was talking about. He was trying to sell us.
Who bought it?
I don't know.
Or was it him? I don't really...
I think they fucking burst back into the shop.
Hikori is there, and he looks up and says, "Ah, Master Ulrich, come to buy some of my poisons now. Let me tell you, luckily for you, we are having a half-price sale on all my poisons. We
Mr.
have
Hikori.
belladonna for 2 gold. Black
I
smear
told you I
poison.
would do it when I have the funds. I do not currently have the funds right now. I will do it once I come back from the dungeons. I have not entered the dungeons yet. However, we need to know who has bought one of the poisons that you have mentioned before.
Yes.
This one.
Something lethargy?
Looter's Lethargy. Yes. Well, you see, the idea behind this poison is
I don't care what the idea is. Who bought it?
Well, it's quite popular. In fact, it's what prompted me to put all my poisons on sale. We always have Yan Yizmer of the Crook's Nook buying them, as well as some of her customers. They tell me that it is for soup, I understand. Which to me seems quite strange, but I suppose Looter's Lethargy, it simply puts you to sleep, so maybe as a cozy evening meal. Maybe in a soup it's diluted enough to be safe. But what do I know? Anyway...
What does it do?
Oh, it puts you to sleep for hours and hours at a time.
How many hours does it make you sleep?
Well, it depends on your immune system, but if I had to guess, it could probably put you out for up to 8 hours.
Can you be woken up from this sleep?
Yes, when you're, if you're shaken vigorously enough. But to answer your question, I'm sorry I got so off topic. We've had quite a few customers. We had Yan Yizmer and some of the people of the Crook's Nook. From what I understand, Miss Jenny Rumwall and the Drunken Dragon does like to put some on the back doors, just in case someone tries to steal from her, which I find very wise. We had Carmen Rajani of Blades for Glades come in and buy some. And if memory serves, Rin Savinksi ordered one once, but she didn't seem too fond of it.
How long ago did Carmen order one?
Just yesterday!
Oh my god.
Thank you. I will be using that information.
Alright!
He leaves.
You don't want to buy it?
I'll be honest with you. He's gone. I'm so sorry, Derek.
But it's only 2 gold right now. What a bargain!
Not buying anything, goddammit.
Okay, I will... You know what? Put the belladonna on hold for me. I will come back once I come back from the dungeon.
Alright, looking forward to it, friend Ulrich.
Thank you.
Fiore actually, I think he tosses 1 gold at Adam and is like, "That's for the information. Thank you."
This is not enough for the Looter's Lethargy.
We're not buying it.
We're
It's
not
a
buying it.
Oh, how kind of you, adventurers. Why, I could stand here thanking you for approximately 20
We're fucking
minutes.
leaving.
Okay,
Thank
goodbye.
you so much for your information. I will be back for the belladonna. Goodbye.
You know, despite the fact that Fiore is not blood related to his mother, they look similarly angry.
What's the plan?
Just about now. Well, Fiore's walking towards his house.
Whose house?
Just a little bit. Blades for Glades.
Okay. You guys make your way toward Blade for Glades. I think it's like by now 6 o'clock. And you guys get to Blades for Glades. It's closed. They don't stay open super late, What do you do? What's the plan?
So there's none of the workers there anymore.
No
right
one's
now.
there.
I think Ulrich might be looking around at the weapons to see if... Weapons and or hiding places for weapons to see if there's anything that, could have slashed a guard's neck.
I mean, there's fucking daggers and knives and all sorts of stuff. But
Yeah, like one that looks used.
no, none of them look used.
Is the door unlocked?
No, it is locked.
Fiora, do you want to bust down a door for real?
Yeah, I do. He says solemnly. And he moves it back. And he's like, hold on a minute. And he backs up a little bit. And then he busts down the door.
Okay. Make me that legs check, because I think it's a sturdy enough door.
Of course. 23.
Yeah, you bash against the door, and it swings open. And what you find inside is a surprise. The house is much tidier. And also, significantly emptier. That little statuette of a Velstrak is gone. Some, but not all, of the swords on the walls are gone. In fact, basically anything that looks slightly valuable is gone. Enough that, like, one might guess that someone took everything they wanted, packed it into a bag, and left.
No way.
Dice Will Roll will return after these messages. We now return to Dice Will Roll.
We need to find him.
Where would he have gone?
I don't know.
How long ago has it been since we left Wolomir's body?
You probably did all of what's happened in about an hour.
So it's been like 2 hours tops since he died, probably.
An hour and a half tops.
Okay.
We didn't investigate the body yet. I don't know if we can, because this is now a god's matter, but
Maybe we should talk to...
at the very least looking at the site first, because if there's a blood trail, that's only temporary. It's already been an hour, maybe a couple hours.
Why would Carmen do any of this?
Oh my god, I saw him staring at the temple for a while.
Do you think he was
Drunk.
planning this all along?
Well, I don't know if he was planning it, but maybe he was thinking about it. I knew he was shitty, but
Do you think he'd try and pin it on someone innocent?
people who don't like me usually aren't this awful.
Well, as you're leaving Blades for Glades, you are stopped
Okay.
by a woman frantically running up to you. And it is indeed Rin Savinksi.
Rin.
You three! Oh my goodness! I've come with grave news! I read the stars last night and some danger was coming! Some great horror!
Worse than what's happened today?
Well,
I
it
think
was
it might be
yesterday, so it
this.
would be today that the bad thing happens.
It already has happened, Rin.
I was too late.
It's okay.
But we are all alive, so maybe overblown?
Well, well, somebody died.
That is not good. Are you all doing all right, adventurers?
I'm fine right now.
Can I tag along? Is this going to go inside at any point?
Well, I don't think we need to go inside right now.
The
Okay,
body
I will
is outside.
But oh yes, body, because someone dead. That is shame.
Yes.
Come on, let's go.
Okay.
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 I love you, Rin. I love you, Rin. My baby girl, Rin.
Okay, so you guys head your way back down to the Dawnflower Temple. By now, Wallomire's body has been taken away, and there are many guards around. The ones who were here originally for the fire are now here as part of an investigative crew.
And Captain Longsaddle isn't here.
Longsaddle is not here.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. That'll make things easier. Fiore, I think walks up to a few of them and asks, I know that we usually come to just the guards, but since this is a pretty personal matter and we have we're looking for some leads to find something. Do you mind if we look around?
Yes, all right, says a very shaken-looking dwarven woman. This is, you can look around, but please don't disturb anything. And if you have any questions, you can, I guess you can ask. Are you going to solve the case?
That's what we're trying to do.
Okay, because we're kind of on it. We think Tsuko the Magpie could have done it.
I know how difficult this is since he's one of the guards.
I just wanted to put out fires.
I know.
I didn't know there would be murders when I signed up.
There usually aren't.
Yes, this is very strange.
Otari is usually a sleepy town, so I understand your misgivings.
Another guy comes up and says, I reckon it was Joel Mesman.
Ah, here we go.
There's all these druids around here. Who's watching Joel? Makes you think.
Why would he do that, though?
Okay, well, they stopped watching Joel after the fire happened. So that's stupid.
Plot thickens.
What?
Ren looks over your shoulders. I don't think everyone here is the most qualified to be guard. It is a small town.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna look around. I'll let you guys know if I find anything that you didn't already notice. Just thank you.
Ulrich, what is that stuff? It is so pretty.
Oh, I got it in Absolom.
Oh, is this Stuff of Dreamers? I like the ruby on it.
Oh, yeah, it was
It's very
oddly...
nice.
It was oddly calling to me, so...
Oh, that is always exciting.
Sorry. She's just vibing.
That is always. She's chilling. She just wanted to hang.
Fiore, Silk, and Ulrich. I want you all to make me a perception check to investigate the crime scene. Fiore, you talk to them, right? And I think what you get from the guards is that it wasn't a dagger that cut Willmeyer's throat. It was probably some sort of sword, judging by how deep the cut was. He was nearly decapitated by the attack.
Jesus.
And there was quite a lot of blood. Interestingly, his weapon was not drawn. So it's not like he got into a fight. It would appear that basically he ran into someone and they just took him out in one go. Now, obviously, to do that, you would need to be quite strong.
Just a bit. Carmen is pretty strong.
He is fucking beefy as
Physically.
hell. Ulrich and Silk, though, what you two find is quite interesting. You do enter into the Dawnflower Temple and you look around. And what you find is that very few of the books caught on fire.
What?
The books were not the thing that were burning.
What was burning?
It was... Well, you find... yeah, some of the books are burned. But most of the scorch marks come from the floor. And Ulrich, I want you to... well, I think I'll give this to you for free because you know your nature.
Yes.
You find that a lot of the remnants of the fire are not from books or paper, but from what you identify as ash wood. Like from an ash tree.
Uh-huh.
It's like someone brought in a load of ash wood, put it down in the middle of the room, and set it on fire.
Random, okay.
No, not random. Because Ulrich, you know that ash wood is among the most flammable of all woods. It will burn very, very hot. You also know that ash wood grows out in the woods to the north of town. Like, there's a good few ash trees out that way.
Okay. Alright.
It would appear that someone entered this place, put down a load of kindling, and set it on fire, not to burn the books, but just to start a very hot and very quick fire.
So the fire was a distraction, likely. The fire wasn't to intentionally, like, set the books on fire. More so just to cause attention. probably for the Rosa Aurea.
That makes sense. Okay. He wasn't cut with a dagger or anything. It looked like he was cut down with a sword, and he wasn't fighting. So he just walked up and was slashed down with a sword, which requires a lot of strength. So I am inclined to believe that our lead is right.
Was his lead? Who?
I feel like we have
Who did it?
Carmen.
Oh, he is man across from me, yes?
Yes. I don't like him very much.
Oh, that makes sense. He was like, he left with big bag a little while ago.
Where and when?
From his house, he left
Sorry.
with a big backpack. And he left.
What direction?
Down the river? Towards here, even.
Did you see him? Did you see him afterwards?
Did I see? Yes, actually. He was leaving town.
Okay. We need to go after.
Oh?
He did it. He left town after causing the fire and stealing the Rosa Aurea.
Oh, Okay, and he killed Mr. Wallermeyer.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe I can help, actually.
Yeah?
Yes, I have a scroll in my shop. Come with me. Follow Rin. She will save the day.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
And she brings you back to Rin's Wonders. And she pulls out a couple of scrolls. And she says, Ulrich, you cast bard magic, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And at Silk, you cast wizard magic, so all is well.
I do that, yes.
Fiore, you don't cast any magic, so sad. You should learn. It's a handy trick.
God.
That's his response.
She says back, well, I can cast spells too. And this scroll, she pulls out a little, paper scroll. It's very tightly wrapped. There's, string around it to keep it safe. This is one of my most expensive scrolls. So you must know that it is because I love you that I am giving this to you. This is a scroll of scrying.
Oh.
The scrying spell, it takes a bit to cast, but within 10 minutes, I can magically spy on a creature of my choice. I will basically choose any one creature that I have known, or spoken to, or whatever, and I can create an eye that will manifest above the target, and if all goes well, I will be able to see Carmen wherever he is now, and maybe you will know and you can chase him down, yes?
Okay.
Okay, wonderful. Allow me to begin, if this is okay with you all, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, this might be our only chance.
All right. Let us begin the scrying to find Carmen Rajani. And Rin opens the scroll, and she looks at the ancient text upon it, and her eyes start to glow white as the words start to float up off the page. And she says a name out loud. Show me where Carmen Rajani is. And then she floats a hand over the crystal ball. And you start to see an image which is a little blurry. And as you all wait for a few minutes, finally it becomes clear. It would appear to be the inside of a cave. There is a tent inside, kind of put up temporarily, and some stuff strewn around, a few logs for sitting on, and there is a campfire which is not presently on. And I want all of you to roll me a society check to see if you can recognize this place. Okay, Fiore, you look at the cave and you're like, whoa, a crime cave. Ulrich, though, you look at it and you're like, oh shit. That is Smuggler's Refuge. This cave is only about an hour outside of town. It's just a short walk through the forest, north of an abandoned fish camp. It's too far inland for transporting heavy cargo, but this cave once saw a lot of use from smugglers moving lighter goods. They hid their loot in one of the cave's many niches, planning to come back for it at a later time, or use the site as a drop point for transactions with a buyer. Today, with the recent decline in smuggling, Otari's young people camp in the cave when, they need a little bit of time away from their parents and with each other, you know what I'm saying?
God.
Bruh?
It's a makeout point.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
And Ulrich, I'm going to say there is, I don't know how many boyfriends Ulrich may have had in the past, or girlfriends, I don't know.
Or a girlfriend he could be bi.
He's bisexual, I didn't know that!
But you definitely are aware of Smuggler's Refuge, and it's kind of ooky spooky reputation.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys do?
What is this place?
Smuggler's Cave.
Oh.
Before, when smuggling was a huge thing, they would hide goods here to trade and keep them here until it was ready for the actual transaction. Now, it's not that.
What is it?
What is it, Ulrich? Tell us. We're all so curious.
Make our point.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Look at you.
Shut up.
I'll
You have to tell me how you know that later.
Alright. Alright, lovebirds, pack it up.
Rin mumbles. These as the stars foretold.
Odd that he chose this place.
Well, it is called Smuggler's Cave.
There's a ton out of town here, so it's strange in the context of nowadays, but as far as reputation, fair enough.
Okay, we're gonna go look.
Is there anything else I can do to help? I want to be helpful.
Yes, if you could go to the Crook's Nook, you don't have to go inside, just go to it, and knock and wait for them to get to you, and tell them that Suko was arrested for something that he didn't do, and we need to find Carmen, who framed him for the murder.
Take this as evidence.
And Silk hands her the bottle.
Oh, scary.
And also, if you see my mama, if she's still there, tell her to try and get help too. Okay?
Okay, I can do this. Go, adventurers, go!
She gets up,
Thank
she
you so
kisses
much,
Ulrich on
Rin.
both cheeks. Mwah, mwah. She goes to you, Silk. She kisses you on both cheeks.
Mwah,
Mwah, mwah. She gives you a kiss on both cheeks. Fiore, mwah, mwah. And she scampers out, kind of galloping as she runs because she's got those weird hooves. Bless her.
Slay!
What do the three of you do?
Let's go.
Okay. And so, Fogfen Few, you quickly make your way out of town as rain falls on your heads, and you walk into the woods towards Smuggler's Refuge. It doesn't take you very long. Ulrich, you know the path. You know these woods like nobody else. And as you make your way through, the smell of petrichor strong in the air. After a little while, you get up to the cave. And for all you know, this is it.
It's dark in there, so I'm gonna turn on the torch, okay?
Okay.
And Fury pulls out his shield, which has the little torch crystal on it.
Okay. Light surrounds you, Fiore, as you all walk into Smuggler's Refuge. Rotted crates, forgotten clothes, and other debris suggest that this cave is occasionally used, but rarely cleaned. A campfire surrounded by logs sits at the cave's center. Faint smells of mildew and smoke hang in the air. And sitting with his back to you all as you enter is Carmen Rajani. And he is turning over a golden scimitar in his hand.
Carmen.
He like kind of sits up with a start.
I think even though it's like the cave is lit up with fire, it's still pretty dark because you're in a cave. So his eyes are kind of glowy.
Carmen Rajani stands up and he turns and offers you a shaky but winning smile. And he says, "Sun Chaser, Witch Helm, and Ravera too, huh? The whole gang is here. How are y'all doing? Didn't know you were coming back from your little vacation in Absolom today."
Hardly could call it a vacation.
Well, I guess I should have acted a few days earlier, huh? Cold feet. You know, that's the real problem, is when people want something, they don't act fast enough. Let that be a lesson to you, huh? You should always, when you want something, just take it when you first need it, right?
Give it back, Carmen.
I don't fucking think so, Hellspawn.
Shut the hell up.
Make me.
I'm gonna give you one more chance to just give it back.
One more chance. Wow. One more chance, guys. You hearing this? The brave cursed paladin is giving me a chance. Isn't that noble of him? Isn't that so fucking noble that I deserve a chance? You know what this town's real problem is? Because I've realized it over the last few weeks. You know what this town's problem is?
What?
Everyone here's so fucking complacent and weak-willed. Everyone is just happy to sit back and let the sun rise and then set and then rise again, right? No one has any ambitions. No one has any willpower for stuff to change for the better. We've gone to the point where we're letting devils act as the town's security, for fuck's sake.
I'm not a fucking devil.
If it looks like one and it acts like one, then it is one. You people. I've worked hard every day of my life. And yet I'm just the so-so blacksmith. Right? Now, the Menheim's family, they're superstars, right? Because their blood is perfect. Because they're descended from the great Aesafana Menheims of the Rose Guard. I'm descended from a Rose Guard too, okay? Except you know what I get? While they're getting a mansion, while they sit on a hill that looks over everyone else, while they get cheered every time they walk into town, you know what I get? Nothing. I don't even have my own goddamn sword. This, he holds up the Rosa Aurea, this belonged to Volrajani. And they let school children wield it in a show. They let children hold it, but not me. And then when some big adventure comes along, right? This stupid bullshit in the vaults. Instead of giving it to someone who can make a difference, someone descended from heroes, they choose to treat people at random. A pathetic excuse for a wizard who spends all day with his sugar daddy. An introvert from the fucking woods who won't ever take off his hood, probably because he's got some freakish defect under there. And a fucking devil pretending to be a priest. No one ever came to me. No one ever asked, "Hey, Carmen, do you think you can try handle that?" I've done adventuring. I've done good. I fought a fucking Tatzelworm once, and no one ever talks about that. But you three know. You brought back the Wolfman. You three saved Lasda Venkervale.
You three need the relics, and because you three need the relics, then you get them. No questions asked. Kind of rubs his face a little bit. When I ran for mayor the first time, I did it because I thought maybe that would get me even. You know what happened when I ran the second time? I listened to the people in town. I put forward policies that would help. People were complaining that one of the bridges was creaky. I listened. People were saying that the taxation on fucking imported supplies was a little too high. I listened. I did all the work you're supposed to do. And people still treat me like a joke. Because people only care about blood. But no one cares about my blood. No one cares about Volrajani. No one cares about the sword used as a fucking prop in a school play. So yeah, I went in, and you know what? I wasn't even trying. I didn't try to hurt anyone, okay? I put a fire because I was going to distract him. I put it on Suko because, hey, he's a thief. Everyone knows it. May as well arrest him for his other crimes. Your fucking dwarf lady was at it, and I had to hit her because she would have seen me. Because, of course, someone had to be fussing over the sword that they have no right to own. Fucking Wallenmeyer. I didn't fucking know he was gonna be there. I panicked. But I want to go. I'm leaving. I'm gonna leave Otari. I'm gonna leave Kortos. Fuck it. Clearly you guys don't know enough about heroes, right? That you'll let you three be heroes and not me. So I'm gonna go back to Nidal. I'm gonna go back to my ancestors' homeland. And I'm gonna fucking liberate it from the cult of Kaitons that run the place. There's a place that needs heroes. A whole nation that made a pact with shadow torture devils? Why the fuck are we staying here, living our ordinary lives when we could be helping people? So I'm gonna take this sword, and I'm gonna make the world a better place. Because I'm a hero, unlike you three.
Yeah? Are you a hero? Did you heroically kill a man in cold blood because you were scared you'd get caught? Did you heroically cut down trees to set a fire as a distraction to steal a sword? Did you heroically hit my mother in the back of the head because you needed to steal the sword? Did you heroically frame somebody else for your crime? Is that heroic, Carmen? I understand that you were jealous. If you had... I didn't know that you wanted to go into the dungeon. I love dungeons. I think they're so awesome. If you had asked, I would have gone with you. No, I didn't vote for you for mayor. But I don't hate you. I didn't hate you. I didn't think that you were pathetic or weak. I didn't know. I can't read your mind. So it was heroic. All of this is so that you can be a hero. I think you're pathetic, Carmen. I think it's sad.
He clenches the sword a little more.
You are utterly delusional if you think we're going to let you leave with that sword.
I'll even let you leave after what you've done. While I can say it, you're a fucking moron.
It's always bold of someone to go after the outward traits when they can't even look inside. Before we left, I asked what the hell you were doing. I didn't think you would take it this far, but I guess that's my fault. You only care about appearances. Don't act like this is anything else. Give us the sword back, quietly, and you can pay for your crimes.
Who else knows that I'm out here?
I'm not telling you who.
So nobody. Is that right? Because if it's nobody, and he tightens his grip on the sword, then what I'm seeing before me is 3 loose ends, and I've got just a thing to cut him. And without further word, Carmen starts storming forward, sword in hand. And everyone, I want you to roll initiative.
I'm gonna pluck this guy's eyeballs out.
Ooh, boy.
I'm gonna fucking kill this guy.
Can't wait to murder him.
Can I use intimidation instead of perception?
Fuck yeah.
Just know that when Carmen was saying all that shit, Silk hooked his fucking pinky around Ulrich.
Oh, get him! Ulrich, it is your turn. You got a nat 20 on initiative, and this man is the worst. What's up? You've got 4 actions. And he is coming at you with a sword.
Starting off with the Courageous Anthem.
Okay. Whistling or strumming?
Strumming. Ulrich's got a
Okay.
performance for this guy.
Okay. Silk and Fiore, the two of you feel courage shoot through you. The assailant with the sword will not overcome you. 3 actions left. What do you do?
And I forget, can I harmonize my my other one now? My rallying anthem?
Yes, but it would take 2 actions. Thankfully, you'd have 1 left over.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll harmonize.
Okay, so Ulrich, you begin to sing, and it is a song. What? Tell me about the song. What kind of music are you bringing to the function?
This one is, oh my god, I can't believe the words I'm gonna say that are gonna come out of my mouth right now.
Okay.
This is Ulrich's version of Not Like Us.
You're dropping a diss check on him?
Yeah.
Okay. Ulrich, you begin to sing, and an insulting slurry of music erupts from you, chastising Carmen for his vicious ways. And that is going to make all of you feel a little stronger too. Well, everyone, you all gain the effects of Rallying Anthem as well as Courageous Anthem. So you all have a big bonus to both your strength and to your defenses. And Ulrich, cherry on top, you got 1 action left. What do you do?
Last action, Ulrich is going to cast guidance on Fiore.
What is the message you carry with your words and your song to Fiore as both sides rush to each other?
This bitch sucks. Hurt him.
Okay, Fiore, those words are carried to you in the song, and indeed, that does give you a little bit of a bonus.
There you go.
That is a status bonus, so this won't stack with the attack roll, Fiore, because you already have an attack roll from Courageous Anthem. But what it does mean is if you use any skill checks on him before the next turn, it'll have a +1 as well. So Ulrich has really given you a +1 to your attack, AC, and skill checks.
Slay!
And Ulrich, that is your turn.
Yep.
Music calling out the flaws of Carmen Rajani echoes through the place. And Fiore, you are so unbelievably angry. The man you thought of as at least a friend, if kind of an annoying friend, this entire time has been envious of you, has hated you, has thought of you as a devil. He is everything that you have hoped no one in town would be. And now he's threatening to kill you and your friends. You need that sword to save the town, but it's so much more than that. Fiore, you have 3 actions. What the hell do you do?
I think he charges,
Okay.
and I think he's going to attack.
Okay.
27.
That is a solid hit, Fiore. Roll me that damage.
Okay. 13.
13 slashing damage. You cut into Carmen, and he lets out a grunt of pain, stumbling back before looking up at you with hateful eyes.
And then he's gonna raise his shield.
Okay. Your shield goes up and gets ready to protect you against Carmen's attacks. And the lion on it roars. Do you want him to get snappy? I think it's a free action to get snappy.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah. He goes. But what happens is that as you do, Fiore, the lion shield wakes up and roars, and it's gonna bite at him. As a free action, he's gonna. So would you make me a melee strike with your lion shield, please?
29.
That is a hit. Roll me that damage.
13.
13 more damage as the line shield bites into him, and Carmen Rajani is left on 69 HP, everyone!
Ooh, slay!
So everyone take a hero point.
Yay!
Silk, it is your turn. Well, hold on. Fury, as you were standing here with Carmen, your shield biting into him, and he's fighting back and says, "You know why I always talked to you, Fiore? It's not because I wanted to be your friend, it's because I pitied you. Because everyone in town fucking hates you."
You can't lie to me.
And I think when you say that, Fiore, there is a little flash of sunlight in your eyes, and then a little flash of sunlight in his eyes. And he seems to wince in pain somehow.
What the hell?
Good question. Anyway, Silk, it's your turn. You didn't see that.
Bruh.
Yeah, he's approximately 30 feet away.
He's chilling.
Silk, you can see Fiore and Carmen are wrestling at the front lines. Fiore's shield is biting in and going, "Rawr."
Well, I need him to make a will save.
Okay. Against what?
I'm casting Daze.
Oh no.
my days!
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh my days, Loey!
So you have to make a will save. That is... Ooh!
That's
Don't
almost
chat
a
to
crit
me.
fail.
That's a 13. He didn't roll too good, no.
That's gonna be 11 mental damage to Carmen.
Whew! Okay. So he takes that. And how does this look? Tell me how Daze looks on him.
Silk kind of extends an arm. He's got his pistol in one hand and well, the other one is free. And I think he flicks out that free hand, and this misty, warm red haze kind of slithers from the tip of his finger and shoots itself towards Carmen, and it kind of circles his head. As it does, it's like pop rocks would look like. It's like mini fireworks, kind of.
Ooh, okay. He goes, "Ah!" And he stumbles back a little bit, clearly quite distraught by that.
And then he raises his gun and he shoots him with Hand of the Apprentice.
Jeez.
Okay, fucking hit him.
No one talks to his best friend like that. No one talks to his fucking boyfriend like that.
He also implied you and Egon's were fucking, which is disgusting.
That he could care less about, quite honestly. He doesn't give a shit because that's kind of actually a funny rumor for him.
He's like, that's actually funny. Can you do more of that?
Yeah. Carmen, quit your day job, do stand up. That's gonna be a 29 to hit.
Nice solid hit. Roll me that damage.
That's 10 more damage.
Okay, wow, yeah, no, he is stumbling back. And you can see now that Karen's pretty badly injured. For all his bluster, he's still just one adventurer. And he is on the same level as you all. Like, he is literally the same level as you all. Level 6. But there's 3 of you and 1 of him. It is now Carmen's turn. And Carmen screams out in frustration. And he says, "I've always thought you were disgusting. All 3 of you. None of you have any of the traits that a hero should have. So why am I always left alone?" And he is going to swing out the Rosa Aurea and try to strike you, Fiore. And that is going to be... Oh my fucking god. So that's a 27.
Yeah.
Your AC is usually 26. But because you have Rallying Anthem and the Lion's Shield, raising your AC quite a bit, that is just a miss. Nice work, Ulrich. Nice work, Fiore. The Rosa Aurea, with Ulrich's music empowering you, Fiore, you raise that shield and block it completely.
It bounces off.
And his eyes widen and says, "This sword is supposed to obey me!" And indeed, it almost feels like the sword didn't want to hit you either. And he's going to snarl, and then his free hand suddenly shoots for his hip, takes a hammer, and he fucking throws it at Silk. One action, sudden throw. And Silk, Bad news.
Yeah.
You need to make me a perception check now.
Perception check, there's a hammer about to hit your face.
Do you actually think that I could, like, I know
Retributive
it's-
strike it?
Yeah.
100%.
I don't.
100%.
Yeah. It just feels like the type of thing that I should be able to do specifically.
Well, I have bad news though, Silk.
Yeah.
You did fail the perception check, and you don't notice until it's already flying towards you. You are off guard against its attack.
Good lord.
The hammer strike is gonna be 25. That is a hit.
It's that one scene in, like, that fucking Avengers movie. Brother goes flying.
That is gonna surge at you, and you know what, Silk? That's gonna take sneak attack damage.
Oh, fuck. Ooh.
Because Carmen is a rogue.
Wait, does it
Is
hit him in
he?
his face?
It hits you square in the face.
God damn it, his beautiful
Beautiful
bones!
face.
That's his moneymaker!
My
Well-
jawline.
The moneymaker takes 10 damage, I'm afraid.
Fuck. Silk has a bloody nose.
Yeah, the hammer hits you square in the face. And Fiore, well, hold on, because Fiore is going to jump in. And also, okay, this is fun. So, Fiore, what kind of resistance do you give here?
6 plus 2 is 8. So,
Okay. Meaning, Silk, you don't have a bloody nose. Fiore, because of you intervening in the attack, it does not hit as well as it would have.
He still screams like a bitch.
And Fiore, you may attack him.
okay. 18.
That is a miss, unfortunately. I think you are so caught off guard that you don't land that hit well. Because you're like, holy shit, he just did that.
He was focusing more on making sure that Silk didn't get hit.
My sweet.
And
He said,
I
his beautiful
think...
face.
It's his beautiful fucking face.
So with his last action, Fiore, I think what he's going to do is I think he's actually going to try to... I think he's going to try demoralize you.
Okay.
He's like stumbling back, and he's looking at you now, Fiore. And he says, and you know what? The best part is I actually don't regret it. I thought I would, but I don't. It was actually exciting to kill that guy. Maybe I should just be a villain.
It's like he's having a nervous breakdown.
Genuinely, yeah.
A little bit.
And I'm going to make that demoralize check, and that is a 30. What is your will DC, Fiore?
Wow. It is 22, so it works. It's not a crit, but it works.
Okay. Fiore, despite yourself, you find yourself getting increasingly distraught. This guy is so dangerous, and you considered him your friend. Beneath it all, he is honestly one of the worst people you've ever met. And you are frightened. Fun. How are you doing, Fiore?
Actually, don't I have a feat?
Wait, do you have a feat?
Don't I
Oh
have
my
a
fucking
feat?
god. Oh my god, I'm so angry. Dave, you have Aura of Courage. Tell me about it.
Fiore has Aura of Courage. You stand strong in the face of danger and inspire your allies to do the same. Whenever you become frightened, reduce the condition value by 1 to a minimum of 0. I think that he thinks about the way that the sun feels on his skin.
Oh.
And that it wouldn't feel that good if he wasn't actually like a hero. Blessed by it, Sarenrai.
Okay. You narrow your eyes at him, and I think for a moment he looks at you confused and realizes how maybe he's in a little bit of danger. Okay, Ulrich, it's your turn. What's up?
Well, that's fine. Biting words.
Okay.
32.
Yeah, that is going to be a hit. Roll me that damage.
9.
Ulrich, what do you say? How is this woven into the song? What do you tell him?
You're jealous of those that decided to walk on the path rather than have it laid out for you completely with a red carpet and everything. All you want is the glitz and the glamour. You don't care about heroics. All you care about is yourself.
That makes him look up furiously, but he is wincing because, yes, those words do bite at him. This is magic, so, what's the physical effect from this look like?
It's almost like little incisions, I would probably say, but the words are revolving around his neck, you know, like where he killed Wallamar.
Oh, shit, okay. Fucking nice. Yeah, he'll take that damage. And you can see he's not doing well. He's getting worn down real fast. You have one action left that's only enough time to hold one of your songs at the moment.
Ulrich, I think, is going to keep up. He's going to use an action to keep up Courageous Anthem, I think.
Okay. Everyone, you feel that bravery pulsing through you stronger now than ever as Carmen is stumbling around, clearly not in the best of states. Okay, with that done, Fiore, it is your turn.
Fiore's actually going to... He's actually really curious about what the fuck that was. The way that he looked when... Like, that you know, the last turn when he said something. What would I roll for that?
Roll me a religion check.
Wow! Thank you!
Okay, no, you do recognize it. And it makes sense because Carmen is saying a lot of stuff you don't think he would normally say. Because none of it's painting out to look particularly good, right? Mm-hmm. It's almost like he can't lie.
Oh my god.
Carmen Rajani used a holy weapon of Serenray to murder an innocent. This is, of course, completely anathema to everything that Serenray holds dear. As such, Carmen has been inflicted with Serenray's moderate curse.
Holy shit. That's not the minor curse.
Not the minor curse. The minor curse is a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
This is a genuine, like, you are an awful person and what you did is terrible.
Yeah, no, the moderate curse is nasty.
The sun shines its light on everything you say. You become unable to tell lies, and if you attempt to do so, you instead compulsively blurt out the truth on the matter in question.
Yep.
He will never be able to lie again. Ever.
Oh my god.
This is what happens when you betray the mercy of Serenray. She does not look kindly on it. He cannot and will not ever lie again. Not unless literally a priest forgives him. You know?
And they ain't doing that.
And they ain't doing that. Not for what he did.
Fiore, I think, like, he's still fighting, but I think he pauses and he's like, Serenray cursed you.
I genuinely don't think he gets it. He snarls this, "Curse you too, asshole!"
Oh my god. And I think that he doesn't really react to that because he's more just like shocked that, I mean, he's not surprised when he thinks about it for longer than a second, but he is like, oh my god, like that's crazy. Because that is like the minor curse is a sunburn, right?
Yeah, the minor curse is that you have a sunburn and you become clumsy, basically.
Yeah, and that's like it's not good, but it's like...
No, but this is like, he can never hide his intention ever again.
And that's crazy.
There's a significant curve between the minor and the moderate for Serenray.
I think he's gonna spend his last two actions casting a spell. I still don't think he's doing them on purpose, it just kind of happens when he needs them to happen. But he's gonna cast Inner Radiance Torrent, I think.
Okay, tell me what this looks like and what is in your Radiance Torrent.
You gradually manifest your spiritual energy into your cupped hands before firing off a storm of bolts and beams that deal 44 force damage to all creatures in a 60-foot line. Creatures in the area must attempt a basic reflex save. On a crit fail, they're also blinded for a round. The number of actions you spend when casting the spell determines the area.
So this is you can cast in 2 actions. If you cast in 3 actions, it's 120 feet instead of 60 feet. And if you spend 2 rounds charging it up, you can kind of Super Saiyan it out, and you'll do a blast load of extra damage, and you'll enter like a glowing state.
While I do like that, I really don't think that Fiore would do a spell in that way. I think it looks like the sun.
Oh shit, so not devilish?
No.
And I think that's a surprise to you, right?
Yeah, it is. I don't even think he wasn't even prepared to cast a spell. You can tell that his hands were moving. Like, I don't think that, well, none of his physical movements are regular. Like, he does not cast like a spellcaster. He casts like it's, like, he's a fighter type person. Like, he's a physical martial fighter. And so it doesn't look, like, he looks like he's about to try and strike, and I think his hands just kind of move in the perfect way, and then it happens, and he's like, oh, God.
And I think it catches you off guard, but then it's like, wait. Because it is holy light that blasts out. It is sunlight. It is not hellish.
It's particularly not hellish, and I think he's more shocked by that than casting the spell at that point.
And let's see how Carmen does.
Bad.
He succeeds, but I think that catches him very much so off guard. Roll me that damage.
Okay. It'll be half of this, I think.
Okay, so that'll be 6 damage. So that stumbles him back, and he's like falling. He's like, what the hell? And Fiore, you still need to make me a save for your Wellspring magic.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
So roll me just a flat d20.
17.
You're good. So that's good, because imagine how he'd have freaked out if he saw you cast devil magic. You've one action left, though, as he's stumbling back a little bit.
I don't have an action left.
Oh, you're right. You thought about it. That's okay.
I did
Fiore,
think.
that is... You did think about it. Fiore, that is your turn. Silk, it's your turn.
Hey, girl.
Like I said, Carmen is looking like he's on his last legs. What do you do?
I want to shut up and die and go to hell forever. I think I'll definitely just shoot him again for good measure. That's
Okay,
gonna be
fuck
a 29.
Very nice. That is a hit. Roll me that damage.
That'll be 9 damage. Bullet wound.
Devils. Yeah, you shoot him. He goes, ah!
Before it was magic, but that's a
Yeah, that's an action. I think that shocks him. He's like, ah!
happens. Shoots him in like the arm or something.
Yeah.
I think I might want to daze him again,
Okay.
just to make it harder for him to do anything. So give me a will save again. Oh,
That time he does succeed.
okay.
I think by now there's so many things going around him that he's like fighting like a mad dog. You know?
Fair. 9 more damage.
So half of that would be...
Okay, half.
Yeah, 4 damage. He's... Okay. And it's Carmen's turn. And Carmen stumbles back, eyes wide, and he grunts and says, okay. And I think he drops the Rosa Aurea and raises his hands. You've got me. And Carmen Rajani is surrendering. He has for just so you all know, he's got 20 HP left. He knows that one more round and he could be dead. And I think Carmen is many things, and among them is coward. And he doesn't want to. He's not willing to fight to the death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it. Most people aren't.
Very understandable for a normal guy.
I think Fiore sheathes his scimitar and picks the Rosa Aurea up.
The moment it touches your skin, it like glows golden. And like a warm sunlight passes through you. Fiore, this is and the metal along its edge shines like it's been sharpened. This is a relic, and it has 2 aspects: metal and fire. The 2 relic abilities it has is Precious Anodization. Once per day, your relic is affected by the Clad in Metal spell, which lets you change the metal type it is made of. So you can make it silver, cold iron, later levels stuff like adamantium, you know?
That's actually pretty useful.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Especially because there are a lot of things that are weak to a particular metal.
Yep, and you can change the Rosa Aurea to be it. And then on top of that, it has Heat Haze. It will protect you from the extreme cold, which is good, but also, once per day, you can make the sun shine around it, concealing you and, like, in basically a ball of light, making it harder for opponents to hit you.
Okay.
And Fiore, that slots into your hand, and it is this amazing, perfect weapon that you've never been able to hold before. And Carmen sees this in your hand, lighting up like that, and his eyes widen and says, "It never did that for me."
This is not because of blood, Carmen. Blood has nothing to do with it.
I assume you guys want to tie this fucker up.
Yeah. He's gonna do that, and he's like, "You killed a man with a holy weapon of Sarenrae."
And I think he looks you in the eyes, Fiore, as Ulrich is like coming up behind him and putting ropes around his wrists. And you know what, Sun Chaser?
What?
I meant it.
That you hated me?
Mm-hmm. And I didn't regret any of this. The only thing I regret is that you three found me before I skipped. Like all soft and sentimental. I should have left this cave the first chance I got. That's my punishment, I guess. I love this town too much. So yeah. Send me back. Sure. They'll give me the Arson, maybe. I'll just say that Suko got me the theft. I'm gonna fight like hell and pin it on him for the murder as well. I'll just say that he's the one who got me the sword.
So that's what you're gonna say?
And they're gonna believe me. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm not criminal scum like he is.
Is that really how you think of yourself?
Yeah. I've meant every word of everything I've said.
Okay. So, did you want to tell me all that?
I don't see why not. What are you gonna do about it?
I'm not gonna do anything. Carmen, you don't usually talk like that.
What are you talking about?
You've been incredibly honest, and I don't think that you've been a liar, but you don't usually talk with your heart on your sleeve. You're cursed by Sarenrae. This is her moderate curse. You can't lie.
What?
Carmen, I saw the look of the sun in your eye. You killed somebody, an innocent person, with a holy weapon of Sarenrae.
What do you mean?
Sarenrae cursed you. I don't mean that as an insult.
No, that can't be. No.
Okay.
I think he
tell me
almost
a
looks
lie.
to Ulrich and Silk like, hey, no? Right, no, right? There's a genuine look of panic on his face.
Fiore goes, "Tell me a lie."
I don't want to.
Tell me that you like me, like you always do. You've always said that you like me.
I think you should have been left to rot on the street.
Wow. Sarenrae's light. That is...
He looks horrified as well. And I think he's starting to realize a little bit of how this is going down, and I genuinely think he looks completely distraught when it settles with him. Oh my god, I'm fucked. Because he's not going to be able to lie at that trial about Suko taking it.
Was it worth it?
Can you fix it? He's like looking at you, Silk, like maybe you somehow have a solution. Because it wasn't. No, none of this was worth it.
You know, Carmen, maybe I could. Maybe any of us could. But do you honestly expect any single one of us, especially Fiore, help you? I especially would never fucking help you.
No.
You are a piece of scum, and you are getting what you are going. And you deserve every single bit of discomfort you are feeling right now, realizing you have completely fucked your life.
At every single turn, you had the chance to be in our shoes. And every time you thought that someone was just going to give it to you. And it turned to this. Yes. You are a descendant of one of the Rose Guard. And that is something to be proud of. But why let that pride drive you to this? For the sake of heroism? Can't fool any of us. Well, you've damn fooled yourself. And now you have either life to think about it, or until you meet the noose. Who knows?
His jaw drops a little bit, actually.
It's like, oh my god!
He looks to you, Fiore, and there's ways to atone for this, right? I don't want to go to hell when I die. And if I don't get redeemed, that's where I'll end up. And I don't deserve that.
Oh.
Of course there are ways to atone. Fiore sort of stands uncomfortably. He's like, of course there are ways to atone. I may not like you. And I don't like you. I don't think anyone, save for the most evil people on Galerion, are unredeemable. But
I don't want to
personally
redeem,
won't.
I just don't want to get punished. His face falls when he says that. He wishes that's an unintended truth.
That's the problem. I can't help you if you don't actually want to be helped.
I don't want to be helped. I just want this to go away.
I know.
Please.
I want to help you. I hate you, and I want to help you. But I can't do anything if the only reason that you regret this is because you were caught. I don't want you to be executed or anything. That's not... I don't think like that. I don't care about that. And I won't advocate for anything like that. But I can't just make this problem go away. I won't, even if I could just make it go away. There are consequences to the things you do. Let's take them back.
Let's.
Ulrich, Silk, and Fiore, you drag him, blaming anyone but himself and refusing to ever make things better. Back into Otari. You are met by the search party. Rin and your mother both approach you. Rumina is there as well. She is delighted to see the scimitar is safe and presses it into your hands, telling you that it's safer with you. Long Saddle is there, and he gives the three of you an almost respecting nod. For once not completely disgusted at he needed help. And he takes Carmen and trades the rope for real manacles. Suko is reunited with Mischief and Orna. And as the moon rises high in the sky, approaching the full moon, but not quite there yet, the three of you have a few moments as the town recovers from one of the grimmest nights it's had in quite some time. How are the three of you doing?
Silk is satisfied with this, I think. Honestly, he'd be even more satisfied if he if he could see Carmen beat up a little bit more. He has always had a distaste for him, but what made him hate him more was hearing him say all that shit about Fiore. And Ulrich also. Mostly Fiore.
And he meant that shit. Like, everything he said, he 100% meant. Because he had no way he couldn't mean it with his
There's
chest.
like, it's one thing, like, those digs at him and Ulrich, the, like, surface level he does not actually know. Or, like, he's not, like, whatever. But to say things like that to someone who genuinely trusted in you to be a good person and someone that at one point had thought you like a friend. Silk hopes that he does go to hell. What a cunt. He's glad he's gonna rot. Spend the rest of your short life in a fucking jail cell.
I think Ulrich has always had kind of like a neutral opinion towards Carmen, never really positive, but also not really all that negative. Just kind of like, he's there.
That guy.
Whatever. But his opinion his opinion of Carmen didn't really tank with like the elections or anything. Like that didn't really matter too much to him. He lost any means of respect when he started throwing shade at Fiore.
Yeah.
Like, that was the first offense. And the last straw was throwing more shade at Fiore, at Silk, and at himself. I'll be honest, Ulrich probably wishes that he was just a little bit stronger so you can deck him and actually make it hurt.
He's like,
Unarmed attack.
He's like, Fiore, I need you to teach me how to punch a man harder.
There's a technique to punching Fiore. I need to know what it is.
And Fiore, how are you doing?
Uncomfortable, confused, and feeling a little weird. He's uncomfortable because that entire situation was deeply uncomfortable. He does not like hearing things like that, and he especially doesn't like hearing that it is objectively true. Not objectively, but like in his,
like, he meant it.
like, yeah, like he means those things. He's like, great, I am suicidal, but he's also like, he is genuinely surprised about the spell thing. Like, he does not even know where to begin with that. Like, he's not even sure. Like, he's not really sure what to do with that yet. It's in his head, like, what? And that is where it's at. And he's also just like, this was awful. He's slightly relieved because they were able to get back the Rosaria, and also they were able to they were able to take him in, and also Captain Longsaddle did not get mad. I think usually he's like, oh, whatever. I think he's usually like, oh, whatever, I don't care, like, about the way that he feels about, like, the way that Longsaddle is, like, annoyed with him. That's how Fiore feels back. But he's like, oh god, I did not want to deal with any more of that today.
Yeah, I do think that Longsaddle was genuinely kind of thankful, because I don't think this is a case he wanted to fall away from him, and he did get duped. Not necessarily for long. Like, I think he would have quickly figured out, oh, yeah, this guy's fucking telling the truth. That Carmen is at least somehow involved. But I think if you guys hadn't caught him, Carmen would have gotten away.
Yeah.
And I think that is an embarrassment that he is very grateful you guys covered, especially when this was such a personal case, because I think he probably considered Budrick a friend. And
I mean, he was with him, like, during
quite often.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. The town's shaky. Blades for Glades is now missing its blacksmith. The Otari garrison is holding a new prisoner. And I think your mothers both comfort you. Fiore, Mandy apologizes profusely for her outbursts at Ian Yasmera, who... she was like, whoa. Okay.
Everybody was like, hey girl. Therapy.
But I think you spend the night being coddled by your mothers, who just want to make sure you're okay. Silk, you head back to the mansion, and Ulrich, you are returning to the woods to your parents. When you hear, just for a brief moment, a sound, Ulrich. A sound like the buzzing of a fly. I think you have that, and you have this weird feeling that something was nearby. But by the end of the night, it's gone. You make your way back inside. You go to sleep, as do, eventually, Fiore and Silk. But all is not lost. Despite the day you've had, you now all have the 4 relics of the Rose Guard. You will be able to destroy the spirits locking you off from the dungeon below, and you will finally make your way to the 5th floor of the Abomination vaults.